So there's someone in the comment section of a previous video saying, "Oh, you keep saying me neck bean," and then you gotta work on yourself so you can pull baggies. Okay, here's the thing. I am not. Oh yeah, I'm not a misogynist like all feminists are. Huh? Who would have guessed? Because it's actually misogynistic to want a woman for her body. Huh. How come feminists can't understand that? How come liberal men can't comprehend this? This is the exact same thing that you guys yell and scream at all men for even caring about women. Oh, women aren't objects. Women aren't objects. Then why do you make a comment like that? You're literally treating a woman like an object. Hmm. And I'm convinced being traditional, isn't treating a woman like an object because, see, having to have value in a relationship, it's not misogynistic. Hell, if it's not misandrous for women to say, well, I want a guy with a 6.4 height, and I prefer a man who takes care of everything for me because I'm a woman, and men are just supposed to do everything for me. Okay, then why can't why can't feminists comprehend at all? Men don't want you if you're not bringing something to the relationship as well. Cause what? Relationships aren't one-sided? Oh, but I'm a victim. Oh, it hurts my feelings. This is why I'll never be a feminist. Because I factually do not hate women. No matter how many times feminists want and needs me to hate women for their own propaganda. Like, literally feminists need men to hate women. And why would I comply or consent or submit to their will over what's in the best interests of women in my life? Or or the woman I love. If I applied the same logic that feminists put on me, oh wait, I actually did. I tried to apply the incoherent ramblings and conspiracy theories in my high school life. Before feminism was all over the place trying to just literally go all out on hating men for being born. Let's see. I learned how to hate women, not love women, because people like my mom never taught me how to love and care. I actually learned I actually learned how to love and care about women from my father. Hmm. I wonder why. It makes you wonder why feminists constantly kick fathers out of the household. Hmm. Oh wait. So men could, yeah, so men could grow up to hate women. Because if feminists were actually good moms, then, hmm, why is it that men under feminist households are failures? Hmm. And I'm a failure in my own life because my my own father was kicked out of the house due to some conspiracy theory my mom invented. Now, things are different when it's something out of the control of the mom or the father, like unexpected death or Im- paralyzation. But, like, divorce is really harmful. It's not this great, amazing thing that benefits everyone. Divorce hurts the children. Because you know what the very first thing a child thinks when parents divorce? Huh, we think it's our fault. Like, oh, well, they were happy before, they're not. What's different? Oh, yeah, our birth. Now, I'm luck I'm lucky that I still have a chance to course correct my life, and I actually am. Even though now, in this day and age, especially within feminism, I'm expected to go up to a woman, grope her, and just like say, "Oh, but I'm really a nice guy. I'm really a feminist," and just imagine that automatically solves everything. And I'm not the type of guy who would do that, so I'm like, nope, you could go be with the kind of guy you want, leave. Like, literally leave. And yeah, does it suck that I'm still alone? Yes. But would I trade my loneliness to be with a feminist? Hell no. Hell no. I mean, I put up with abuse from feminists, like just outright hating me for even opening up, just for even talking about something that really matters to me. Unlike feminists, I learned from my mistake. I learned I will never trust a feminist with my life again. Because, why would I be vulnerable to the same group of people who hate me for being born? Honestly, feminists have done nothing but ruin my life. And you know what? Feminists have already taken everything from me when the woman I love left out the door and, and now I can't even talk or see her again. You know, now I have to just live with the fact that I'll never be with the woman I love. And people think, oh, well, that's so fun. That's so inclusive and woke and, and such a great thing. You should feel honored. How should I feel honored knowing that I wake up and I'm alone? I go to sleep alone. That is not an That's literally not an honor and a privilege. That's a curse. You know, I was taught to be a gentleman, but oh, that's the very thing that will put most men behind bars in this day and age. So why would I want to be even attracted to a woman when, oh yeah, literally by feminists' own standards, I have to rape, murder, violently attack, and hate women. I don't have of even when I'm angry and frustrated, I'm not going to go out and hit a woman just because feminists need me to do that. Oh, see, he was a misogynist all the time. No, I'm not giving you guys ammunition against me just because you want a reason to hate all men. And you know what? It is. It, it just sucks to be traditional. It sucks to be a good man knowing that literally no one wants a good man in this day and age. And this isn't me going like, well, nice guys finish last. Because really, nice guys don't finish at all. Real, like, actual guys who actually care about women, who want to have children, and don't put up with, oh, didn't you know? Child porn is like so progressive. That kind of thing. The, the kind of rhetoric that's been pushed, especially by the LGBTQ plus community. Yeah. And when people do it and think they're being woke or progressive, guess what? You're just undoing your own movement. Just like how actually hating men for not doing something wrong, and even hating men for even wanting to save a woman's life just because he's not dating her, that destroys feminism in itself. If feminists would stop drinking the Kool-Aid and just stop believing in uneducated, like, low IQ takes from other feminists, because let's face it, literally, feminists are low IQ'd because they're literally ignoring actual men and what we're saying, and like, well, I think you're a creep because of my feelings. And then at the same time, I'm supposed to believe women are emotionally intelligent. I haven't even seen any of that in my whole entire life. Only in traditional women, I take that back. I only see, like, emotional intelligence in traditional women and faithful women. Tell me, where have a feminist actually understood men? I literally seen women like the Davocate and Roma Army. I don't know if she's a feminist or not, but Emily King. They all speak on men's issues, but when you're when you're cheated and lied to your whole life by feminists and women in general about women and even men's intent, even if I'm subscribed to these YouTube channels, it's like I'm looking at what they're saying with a grain of salt. Especially since still in 2025, even though women have more say so on their own lives, like literally, men cannot tell a woman how to dress. Women could dress however she wants, even though it makes the guy uncomfortable. And we've seen this even at nightclubs where, crimes against women are significantly higher. Because, places where women disrespect their own body typically see an increase in crimes against women happening to women. But common sense aside, because of course there's no point in using common sense with feminists, but every time I hear feminists say, oh, but you clearly don't know what feminism is. Feminism is all about gender equality. Well, actually, feminism is about gender equality. Yeah. Honestly, no, it's not. If it was, then why would there be a male loneliness epidemic? Why would there be a male suicide rate at all? If feminism was all for gender equality and, oh yeah, empowerment of both men and women, then why would there ever be any loneliness and, like, abandonment of men? And I hear all the time from feminists, uh, but that's just because men are calling themselves gay and calling themselves weak for even having feelings. Okay, yeah, there's guys like Andrew Tate who literally use the exact wording and exact messaging of feminists to teach men how to literally be a douchebag. Let's just say, and if a guy would rather be a douchebag than a traditional man, well, you can't control people and how they choose to live, but it's actually terrible. It's almost like listening to feminists is worse than listening to a traditional man or a traditional woman who actually knows what the hell she's even talking about. I haven't met one radical feminist who made even the slightest bit of human sense. And I probably never will. But, anyways, feminists always say, oh, men should open up more, men should open up. And then, oh yeah, what happens when we're dumb enough to be like, okay, well, uh, my dog stepped on a bee when I was 5 years old, and then, oh, well, that's because you supported the patriarchy. Um, what? Most men today, the ones who are actually committing suicide, huh, don't even know what the patriarchy was. Hmm. Because, most men that do take their own lives typically are men who aren't even old enough to have a grasp on what the patriarchy is. So, how can they contribute to the patriarchy when they don't even know what it is? And tell you the truth, at this point, I think I understand the patriarchy way more than a single feminist does. Because what they mean by the patriarchy is where men were in charge and took care of all the serious stuff. So the only things women had to worry about for thousands of years was cooking, cleaning, bearing children, and being grateful to her husband. And maybe if the guy's lucky, get love and support. Things that literally have nothing to do with sex. And honestly, it's weird how men are labeled as the sexual aggressors when most men don't even really do that. Oh, because the men who actually force women to have sex are rapists, not men. Because there is a difference between a man and a rapist. A man, oh yeah, cares about women. A rapist does not. Because, why would a man, why would a rapist want to be a good man or even a man at all or a gentleman when, oh yeah, the whole point of being a rapist is to forcibly take what you want or what you think you need. But, the fact that I haven't even cared or wanted to at all go out and do this to women is actually a sign I'm a good guy. But you know what? I'm not here to brag about it. At this point I don't care because I only love one woman the most. And you know what? Even if I form an attraction to another woman, I'm not I'm not acting on that emotion. I could literally be in a whole room full of 10 out of 10 women by feminist standards, and I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Because, it's not actually a gay thing to not be attracted to a woman. Because, guess what? Men tend to like a particular type of woman. I mean, if you want to be with a feminist man, aka an incel, that's your choice. That's your prerogative as a grown ass adult. But when you try to say all men act the same way, you just open the door for men to say the exact same thing about women. It's weird how feminists constantly get away for the last 8 years with hardly anyone calling them out on the fact that they do the same things that men would actually get called out for if they did it to women. And I know no one's actually paying attention. They're seeing the soda bottles over here and thinking, well, obviously he's an incel because he has soda in his room. Huh. Could it be that soda is the only thing that's actually helping me you, get through my life without the woman I love? And you know what? Soda isn't the healthiest thing. I get it. But it's so much better than many other things men have used to cope without the woman he loves. And you know what? My high school reunion is coming up soon, and I might have one last chance to even talk to the woman I love. And I can't even take that chance because she's happily with someone else. So, you know what? I stopped I stopped believing that people could actually understand what I'm going through. I know I'll never see her again. I don't care anymore. And I really don't understand the obsession with feminists, honestly. You guys won. You guys literally won. You ruined my life by literally not teaching me how to be a good man or even how to approach a woman at all. The woman I love is with some other guy who actually knew how to be a man. And, well, I lost. You literally cannot take anything else from me. I'm already dead inside because the woman I love isn't the woman I love. She's not with me, so it's fine. So, for the feminists who are wondering where did the good men go, this is what happens. You literally created a man who wants to be alone.